Day 9. Here's another friend, another pinpoint of light. You see him in there? His name is Dennis. I met Dennis on the flight home from the Igniting Souls conference. So as we flew back to Austin, that's where I met him on the plane. I usually will sit down, and if I feel that it's right to open up a conversation, they look like they're ready, they look like, maybe been prompted to share. Usually how I start the conversation is as we sit down, I lean over, I share my name and ask their name and say it's nice, it's good to meet you because we might be the last people we see on the plane. And usually that starts a conversation like, oh, wonder if this woman is always so negative. Wonder if this is, how is this going? But it opens up a conversation to kind of think first. So through the conversation, Dennis and myself, we talked about a lot of different things. And we found a lot of commonality. It's really interesting when you sit with a stranger how much you actually have in common with each other. He has a family, 4 children, he's married, lives up in Chicago area, was doing some work. That's why he was flying down to Austin. So some great things. He really enjoyed just sharing what he does and the work and the impact and influence that he's able to do. So he was a lawyer, and then he was going for a judgeship in a district court in the Chicago area that was going to put him up pretty high on the court. He's originally from Russia, became a citizen. Great in depth of story. So it was really fun to just connect. Through the connection, of course, he started to ask about my life and shared my family story, the 9 children, and so on. And then he asked, well, what do you do? And I said, I'm a writer, and here's my book. So we had a conversation about writing, about opening up books, about what books can do for whomever. Of course, in sharing the story, he was drawn in, and we shared a lot of things about society and how supports and things can possibly change. And it was interesting because he'd been a lawyer and a judge to understand some of the statistics that I could share. And his conversation back was really impactful and powerful for me. We both gained so much. So as you will find out for these next 7 days, we are going to meet more of the pinpoints of light that happen in our lives. So this was Dennis. And through it all, we found a lot of commonalities. One, in fact, was his boss is the same religion that I am. And we shared commonalities between that. He shared what he believed in. And it was beautiful. There was so many great connections. At the end, I felt the prompt to give him the book. And he thanked me. I was able to sign it, and he said, my wife is going to be able to share with her groups all about this. Again, more pinpoints of light. This ties back to our 10 for 10,000. When we open our mouths and have a conversation, the impact can be there. Now he has the book, and his wife will have the book, and in that share, others will start to find the book as well. The focus is for sharing the light throughout all of the world. And we do this 10 people at a time. Thank you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow with some more pinpoints of light. Bye.